Hey, Good Fox here. Today I've got JGarcia once again to give us some tips on doing team epics. There's some great rewards in these missions here, and we're going to go through some tips based on what you can get and which ones to follow through for. JGarcia, how are you doing today?
Great as always.
Nice. Glad to hear it. So let me hand the floor over to you and ask you, so how are we going to get these done?
All right, so there's a couple things you need to take into account. I should pretty much explain the process first, shouldn't I?
Well, actually, wait. Let me
Yeah,
explain
go.
the process.
You can go.
Then I'll give
All right.
credit to Panda Waffle HD and the spreadsheet that we're looking at. Sorry, I forgot to say this. But basically, you put together the spreadsheet of all the team epics and what you need to do for each quest. It's almost complete. There's some to be determined there on Epic 4. And anyways, so shout out to him on Twitter. But yeah, I guess I'll let you take it from there, Jake Garcia.
All right, so there is a 5-step process to completing these team epic missions, and they all follow the same structure. The first is you have to beat the CPU 9 innings team. So if you're doing the Blue Jays team epic, you're gonna play 2 games against rookie or better if you want to give yourself a challenge against the Blue Jays. And as soon as you get 2 wins, then you have to do the 15-person collection of the Blue Jays. And with that card you get from that collection, you have to do a certain mission with that card. And as soon as you fulfill that mission, you unlock the 3rd step, which is you have to beat the CPU version of that team 3 times, 9 inning games, and on veteran or better. And after that, you have to do the whole collection, the entire collection. So it's definitely something that you need to remember, and do some sort of mission with that card. So I don't know if you're looking at the same spreadsheet as me right now,
Yep.
but you see, you see the Edwin Encarnacion stuff right there.
Yep, definitely.
Yeah, exactly. So you see the process right here, and the last is you have to exchange these players into. You have to turn them back in. Not all of them, to receive your reward. So you can turn in whatever cards you want, but there's a certain amount you need to get. So how they do it this year is that every card is assigned an exchange value, and you need to fulfill a certain number in order to fulfill the mission. So you don't need to turn in, like, for example, if you have the Angels, you don't need to turn in Mike Trout for this mission. You can just turn in like more like some duplicates of Angels instead of turning in Mike Trout, because oh my god, that'd be terrible to have to turn in Mike Trout.
Yeah.
So with this in mind, with both the collection and basically just the collection and the rewards for both in mind, the teams that I have came up with that seem worth it, to me at least. Once again, this depends on a lot of things, such as what your loyalty reward was. If you got like not Anthony Rizzo, like Felix Hernandez or Nelson Cruz as one of your comeback rewards, then your Seattle Mariners collection is going to be a lot cheaper, and you might want to look at that. Depending on what you already have, what positions you already love, what players you already have penciled into your line for a long time, then you want to build around other positions. But that being said, the teams that I have personally found pretty solid options are the Cardinals, the Pirates, the Brewers, the Royals, and the Rays. And there's a reason why I came up with these teams. And I'll go off the Cardinals first. Cardinals mission reward for the team epic is Orlando Cepeda. He's a 94 first baseman. He has, I think, like 95 plate vision, 90 contact righty, 98 contact lefty, 63 power against righties, which is not great, and then 95 power lefty. So, and he's pretty fast for a first baseman. So this is the player that I thought was a fantastic reward, and the Cardinals collection has players that A, I can utilize, and B, does not cost a ton. However, when I started out the Cardinals mission, I did not realize you had to do the whole collection. And when I saw the reward for that, I was pretty disappointed, because it's an 84. Like, from the whole collection, the main reward's an 84. It's Carlos Beltran, which I was pretty sad about at first. But then I saw his stats, and he's actually a decent player to come off the bench as a pinch hitter, because he's a switch hitter that can hit pretty well against both sides. Pretty solid power and decent contact as well. So that's one that I really like to shout out. And then the Pirates as well. And you're working on that right now, aren't you?
Yep.
So, what, you get Doug Drabeck, right?
Yep.
And he's 92 pitcher. And, yeah, definitely someone you can use in your rotation for a while. The Pirates collection has, 4 golds? It has Junko Kong, Starling Marte, Andrew McCutchen, and Garrett Cole. Garrett Cole being in rotation for a decent amount of time. Starling Marte, fantastic player to use out there in the outfield. Kutch is a decent player, but I can't see him maintaining a spot in the roster as long as Marte might, because Marte even provides value as a pinch runner or something like that on the bench. Mm-hmm. And Junko Kong, I was surprised he was gold this year. But anyways, yeah, these 4, no diamonds, just these 4 golds and then some silvers. And you find yourself with a 92 diamond pitcher, and then you get 95 McCutchen for the whole epic mission, which I think is a fantastic reward because that McCutchen card is pretty great, if you ask me. 95 overall diamond. So, yeah, definitely something to look out for. And, yeah, that's my number 2.
Nice.
And number 3, now this is just my personal preference. I prefer to have a catcher for the long haul. Last year I had Joe Mauer. This year I went out and got this 92 Lucroy because I always think that a catcher is a hard position to come by, and if you have someone that's a stable, you're set for a while. But that's just my theory. And also I don't use my custom there. So once again, if you use your custom catcher, then you probably don't want to do this because this is a downgrade. You could be upgrading other positions. But yeah, I did the Brewers for Lucroy because you get, first of all, I had Ryan Braun as my loyalty reward. But that being said, Braun and VR, which are the 2 golds you need for the Brewers, they don't cost too much. So you get John Axford, 89, who will be in my pen for a very long time, if not the whole game. And, yeah, you get 92 overall diamond catcher Lucroy. That has pretty solid stats at the plate and behind the plate. Pretty well as well. Pretty good as well.
Nice.
So that's number 3. Another one worth mentioning is the Royals, right? Yeah, it's the Royals. I know the epic mission reward is that 92 Kane.
Yeah.
What is the collection again? Oh, Joakim Soria. Okay, so Joakim Soria is one of these relievers that throws a wicked curveball coming in. It's like an ephus. So he's someone that you can definitely have in your pen for the whole year. And the Royals collection does not cost as much as you think it would anymore because Wade Davis is now in the Cubs. So they only have, Kelvin Herrera, Lorenzo Cain as the 2 golds. So, yeah, pretty affordable mission to do. And Cain has great contact against righties, but then against lefties, he becomes a beast. 97, 91 against lefties. 91 power against lefties. Combined with great fielding, pretty good arm strength, and, 90s speed. He's a great player to use, and I think that's a fantastic card to go after. Fantastic team effort to go after as well. So, yeah, that's what I think about that.
Nice. Good suggestion. Yeah.
Lastly, the Rays. Rays a little bit more. It depends what you think about. Actually, no, not last. I'll add one more after this. But, yeah, I think Matt Garza, the reward you get from the collection, and from the team epic you get 92. I think it's 92 or 93. BJ Upton, who has pretty good power, and his contact's a little bit low, but his power is fantastic. Contact comes in at around 70 to 65, which is below average for what you'd like to see, but he has fantastic fielding, speed, and once again, that's an affordable collection. So
very cool. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's an affordable one to do. And actually, I'll go into one that's actually not so affordable. It's actually for some of those big spenders. Something that was one of the collections that might actually go under the radar, and it's actually the Diamondbacks. Not exactly something you'd think of, but that Luis Gonzalez card as the reward is one of the best I've seen. He has. I need to pull the actual stats. I need to make sure I'm talking correctly. I don't want to misspeak. Give me a second here.
I'm looking at his card now. Contact versus righty, 97. Power versus righty, 93. Contact versus lefty is a little bit worse in mid-80s on both of those.
Mid-80. I mean, that's still solid. 98. Yeah, exactly. So he's a fantastic hitter. And you have Paul Goldschmidt. You'll lock in Paul Goldschmidt. You'll be using him, and that's the main cost of this card is that Diamond Goldschmidt. But you'll be using this card that's 97-93 against righties, and that's pretty absurd in my opinion, with great play vision. And also you get Justin Upton as the collection reward, who can provide worth on your actually in your outfield as well as the bench. Let me pull these stats. Yeah, so he has 80-88 against righties, and then he has 64-97 against lefties. So fantastic power hitter, solid fielder, and pretty fast as well. So I think if you have the stubs to spend and you need a first baseman or you need a 2 outfielders, get the D-backs going, because I think it's a fantastic option.
Yeah, sure looks like it. Yeah, I'd like those cards for sure pretty soon. But yeah, like how long does it take you to complete each one of these team epics? How many hours you have to put into those solos and stuff like that?
So
any tips to make them go faster?
Yeah, if you get 2 going at the same time, they pretty much build off each other, because you'll be doing one of the player missions while you're fulfilling one of the CPU games. So that's how mine did not take as long as doing one single-handedly would have done, like double tasking, I assume, 2 birds with 1 stone.
Yeah.
But that being said, you have to play 45 innings total against CPU, and that's not exactly the most fun. But I mean, obviously you can make it fun, because you're playing a great game in the show. But my tips is basically if you're gonna do one, I'd say do 2, honestly, because if you knock out both, then you have more motivation to do both, and it seems more worth it, and it just goes along hand in hand.
I got you. Very cool. Good tips. I will. I guess anything else before we wrap it up? JGar, I lost you again. Jay Garcia.
Yeah.
Hey, it looks like we disconnected.
Yeah. But I didn't really have anything else to say.
Okay, sounds good. I'll put in wait, actually we're still recording, so I'll just do a post here and then cut it out. All right, thanks for the tips, Jay Garcia. Thank you for once again stopping by and educating us all on the show. And it's a great game. I guess I'll see you out there on the field.
That's right. See you on the field.
All right, take it easy, man.